Hello, and welcome to the first ever Adams State University Virtual Spring Commencement Ceremony. I'm Dr. John Taylor, Commencement Chair, and I'm joining you live from inside Richardson Hall Auditorium on the beautiful campus of Adams State to welcome you and to thank you for joining us during this unusual and unprecedented times. Of course, we wish you could all be here with us. We wish our graduates and their families could also be with us in Alamosa. But the health and safety of our students is of utmost importance, and we will do our very best to honor our students on this historic day with today's commencement ceremony. Today's commencement will recognize students who have earned associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and have completed Adams State's highly rated doctoral degree program in counselor education. Ahead of today's commencement ceremony, we mailed to each graduate a package that included a program of today's ceremony. We hope you have received the package, and we encourage you to participate with your Instagram or Twitter or Facebook post. Please use the hashtag AdamsStateGrad2020 when you post. Congratulations to each of you, and as you move forth from Adams State, be a light for all. Now, please enjoy the special performance by graduating seniors Caleb Clark and Miriam Lipke, who will play Brasileria, Movement de Samba by Darius Mijo.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, the president of Adams State University, Dr. Cheryl Lovell.
Good afternoon. Before we begin this historic occasion, I'd like to take a moment to remember our own Jeremy Taylor, who was killed in a traffic accident last weekend. He was dedicated to our Adams State students, and he will be missed. Thank you. I look forward to the day when you return to the Adams State campus and regale the younger generation with stories of your final semester. I believe I speak for every faculty and staff member, as well as your family and friends, when I say we couldn't be more proud of you. Proud of you of what you have accomplished, especially over these last few weeks. You are heroes to us all. You will continue to meet future challenges with the strength of a grizzly and will summit the peaks ahead of you. Inside the classroom and through a variety of organizations and activities and clubs, athletics, research, performances, exhibits, internships, and casual conversations, Adams State students graduate prepared to make their mark on their future profession, and positively engage their communities. At this institution, support comes from all who are connected with our students, including professors, coaches, and staff across campus. Less visible, but just as dedicated to the success of our students, is the Board of Trustees for Adams State University. They volunteer their time and resources to provide guidance to the entire university. At this time, I would like to introduce the Chair of Adams State University Board of Trustees, Michele Lueck.
Good afternoon. First and foremost, I extend a welcome and a wholehearted congratulations to the class of 2020. For those of us here to support these graduates today, whether you're faculty and staff, parents and grandparents, partners and spouses, friends and family, thank you for being here to acknowledge the hard work of our graduates. On behalf of the Adams State University Board of Trustees, I welcome you all. Graduation should be a day of celebration. It should be a day for community gatherings. It should be a day for pats on the backs and hugs all around. It should be a milestone in your life. And I'm here to share with you that it is, but it's only a little different. But it's incumbent upon us, upon all of us, to make the most of it. And I know you will. You will reach out to graduates through all sorts of different digital platforms and wish them well, acknowledge their achievements, and yes, even send gifts. I have no doubt that every graduate will happily share their Venmo information with you. I came across a quote recently from Vivian Green, an artist, a writer, a world-renowned dollhouse expert. I didn't know there was quite such a thing. And yes, the wife of Graham Greene. And on this, the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage in this country, it's only apt to quote, well, a woman. She wrote, "Life is not about waiting for the storms to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Class of 2020, you know how to dance in the rain. You made it here, didn't you? In the throes of a profound physical and economic crisis, you made it to Adams State, and you've graduated, or are about to, from Adams State. There will be plenty of dancing in the rain as you embark on new paths and new careers. Don't wait for the storm to pass. Class of 2020, dance now. Thank you. Now, a message from the Governor of Colorado, Jared Polis.
Hello, spring class of 2020 at Adams State University. I'm Colorado Governor Jared Polis, and I want to congratulate you on your graduation. Might not look like what you thought it would look like, but it doesn't diminish from your personal achievement, which is also important for our success as a state. What's even more important is that you've reached this important milestone under these difficult circumstances, showing the kind of resourcefulness and innovation and perseverance that our state and country need in the face of this global pandemic. Moving on to a new chapter in your life during this difficult, uncertain time is no doubt frightening. You know what? Fear, anxiety are completely understandable, but you should also have hope. Be confident in your ability to overcome great challenges, to recover from hardship, and create something new and lasting. Colorado and our nation are counting on you as we work together to overcome this challenge and make our state stronger, healthier, and more prosperous than ever before. Congratulations, and go Grizzlies!
Thankfully and safely, our student speakers could join us today. Mariah, McDermott, and Herbert Price have taken advantage of a wealth of opportunities presented to them at Adams State University. Political science and history double majors from the Front Range, they are indeed two quintessential Adams State students. The first in their families to earn a degree in higher education, they became involved in activities outside the classroom, including members of the Model United Nations team and our student government, the associated students and faculty, holding leadership positions in both. Through the Model United Nations, they traveled overseas to complete international conferences and took Mariah's idea to host a Model United Nations conference for high school students on the Adams State University campus, and they made that dream a reality. Both are grateful for the close connections they made at Adams State and the environment of support and encouragement from professors, faculty, and staff. Please join me in welcoming Mariah McDermott and Herbert Price.
Thank you, Dr. Lovell.
Good afternoon. First, we would like to thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts for making it to this virtual celebration. Whether you're a family member or a friend, your impact on our lives and the lives of our peers during this journey was essential. Furthermore, we would like to thank all of the professors, staff, faculty, and all persons who were involved when preparing for this beautiful ceremony. Without you and your dedication when it comes to the success of the students, this community, and everything in between.
Every graduate's journey has been unique, valuable, and challenging, especially because we are graduating during an international pandemic, an economic crisis, and importantly, a remarkable and ongoing movement for racial justice. Each Adams State graduate has faced challenges that required resilience. The current social, economic, and political circumstances require our generation to be determined and prepared. Resilience means something different to each that encounters it. However, it is vaguely defined as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Adams State welcomes students that have faced challenges and supports them when they encounter tough times. This journey is not an easy one, and some are tougher than others, but it must be acknowledged that we have fought to be here. During the past few months, the world has required us to change this speech and consider events that were not present just 90 days ago. The COVID-19 pandemic is a testament to the resilience of our peers. While this situation is not ideal, it is not forever. Importantly, during the current Black Lives Matter movement, we must also recognize that institutional racial injustices have forced our peers to be resilient in ways that we will never understand. But we see you in your accomplishments. I am proud to be an Adams State Grizzly where diversity is valued and expected. But I think we must ask ourselves, what can we do to be more inclusive, especially right now in our polarized country?
Mariah and I have a unique relationship in the idea that we fall on opposing sides of the political spectrum. We remain close friends due to our willingness to understand one another, to be there for one another, and to look out for one another. We refuse to let our differences separate us. We refuse to let partisanship that divides Washington, D.C. and our nation divide us. Mariah and I have developed a love-hate relationship because we drive each other crazy while always remaining respectful. I firmly believe Mariah can and will change the world for the better. She has gained many tools for success here at Adams State University, and she will utilize them to make the world a better place. Without Mariah and her support, I firmly believe I would not be standing virtually before you all today.
Hubert and I understand that this country is extremely divided, and friendships like ours are often challenging because of political opinions. However, I'm grateful to have a best friend that has an above-average sense of humor, the willingness to go an extra mile for his friends during adverse times. I know that his positive attitude and friendly demeanor will carry him far. Hubert and I definitely do not agree with everything, and not even most things. But the opinionated conversations that we have are rewarding because they do not divide us, but instead demonstrate that we are able to understand each other's points of view. I hope that when going forward, we as college graduates are able to have tough conversations to better understand the experiences of those around us.
When starting my college journey, I thought that I had everything I needed, and that mindset was short-lived when I encountered a class called organic chemistry. I quickly realized that not only was I in need of something more, I realized that that something was perseverance and the ability to decide what I really wanted and needed to do. That is what led me to the HAPS department. They have guided me and pushed me in ways that I never thought would be necessary to prepare me for the real world. Dr. Centeno, thank you for always challenging me to not only think more fluidly, but to make me think about how my actions impact not only myself, but everyone around me. I would also like to take this time to personally thank my mom, my brothers, and all others who turned on their laptops to support me and my peers today. Last May, I was faced with a challenge I never thought I would have to see. This challenge made me change my plans for my future, made me challenge who I was as a person, and it gave me an opportunity to see how I can be resilient. Yet, I am standing before you all today. My family and many others I owe the credit to helping me through those dark times. To my brothers, Zachary, Zane, and Wyatt. Our father being absent caused you three to step up and take leadership roles within the household that a mother should never have to ask of their children. It is because of you three that I will always cherish my childhood and to always be thankful for all the people around me. Mom, without you, none of this would be possible. You raised me and my three brothers alone, and because of that, you have taught me what resilience truly means. For me, it means to be there for any and everyone, to keep pushing through hard times no matter what life throws at you, to push yourself as hard as you can, and when you fail, use that failure as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to set an example for those who are behind you. Mom, I know there is no way I can repay you for all the sacrifices you made, not only for me, but your family. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you and I love you.
Resilience to me means something similar. During tough times, we have a choice to overcome our challenges, or we can give up and let our challenges beat us. When we are faced with these hardships, we do not know that they will make us stronger, but they often do. I didn't realize my resilience until this past fall. Over break, I was lucky enough to go on a fishing trip with my dad. Unfortunately, we ended our trip early because of my grandmother's deteriorating health. We quickly returned to Denver to see her. 2 days later, I went back to Alamosa and woke up to news that she had passed away. That was a tough day, but I was lucky to surround myself with loved ones and friends. I remained determined to get through the week that unfortunately fell during midterms and homecoming festivities. However, the next day I learned of another challenge. Through this hardship, I found that there are people who will push you down when you are already at a low point, but there are many others who will be there to pull you up. I recognize the strong support systems around me because of these tough times. My wonderful advisors in ASNF, Olivia, Ken, and Jenny, supported me and saw the toll it took. My academic and Model United Nations advisor, Dr. Centeno, during this week and every other one, was selfless, considerate, and present. My magnificent and authentic friends were extremely supportive, and I'm tremendously thankful for my family. Even though my family, and especially my dad, had lost a loved one, he was there for me to call at any time, as were my beautiful sisters and mother. Thanks to these support systems, I remained resilient. It is easy to get lost in the sauce during these situations, but as Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. If you're going to take anything away from this speech, please remember that anybody can have a supportive role and make one's journey just a bit easier by being willing to listen and understand.
Resilience isn't something that can be taught. It is gained through experience and the failures which one endures. Failure shapes us in ways that allows us to persevere and outlast everything that tries to keep us grounded. Being resilient allows us to not only reach for better things in our lives, but it also allows us to strive for greatness in order to help lift up those around us. As graduates of Adams State University, we are capable of being leaders and examples to the world. At the very minimum, we should seek to support others and their dreams and strive to set the example of being welcoming and inclusive. Understand that it is okay to take the hard path because it will make you and those around you better. It is okay to have the tough conversations. Our generation is underestimated, but we are wise enough to know that we are capable of much more than is expected of us. We have already proven many people wrong by simply being here today. As graduates of Adams State University, we have the tools to continue to break barriers, to set examples, and to pave the way for others.
We wish our class the best of luck. We have strong faith that the Adams State Grizzlies of 2020 are going to make a difference in their own lives and the lives around them. We do not know what will come from this changing world, but we are prepared to adapt, persevere, and change. Remember to be encouraging of yourselves and to your communities. And as the great Post Malone said, congratulations.
Thank you both. You're fine examples of the class of 2020 from Adams State University. Thanks for being our undergraduate speakers. It's with great pleasure I have the opportunity to introduce our 2020 commencement speaker, Colorado State Representative Daneya Esgar. The entire state of Colorado has had to adjust and postpone and reschedule everything, including the approval of the state budget. As the chair of the Joint Budget Committee, Representative Esgar and her committee spent the last month diligently serving all Coloradans. I can only imagine the number of hours spent as they reviewed and discussed, suggested and contemplated, cut and added, before finally approving a budget at a time when all priorities had to shift, when everyday life as we knew it came to a screeching halt. After having known Representative Esgar these last few years, I believe she shouldered her responsibility with a somber heart and worked with others across the aisle to assist as many Coloradans as possible. I have followed legislative committees for decades now in my work in higher education. I must say I've been especially impressed with the members of this particular JBC. Their knowledge of our state budget is impressive, and the care they took to parcel out a greatly minimized budget was remarkable. However, we all know higher ed should have received more. Even so, I was struck with the care and attention the members took in doing their difficult job. I'm also reminded how important the JBC's chair role is from a story former Governor Owens told. At the close of his term, he was asked by a reporter what he was going to do in his next phase of his life. He relayed something like this: "I'm not sure about the next phase or what my future holds, but if I could ever come back to this building, my greatest desire would be to come back as the chair of the JBC." That is a governor acknowledging the power of the JBC chair. Just as her story in the Colorado government has proven, Representative Esgar believes in equity, inclusion, and access to quality services for all. So it is with great pleasure I welcome Representative Esgar to offer our 2020 commencement ceremony remarks.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Daneya Esgar, and I've had the honor of representing Pueblo in the Colorado House of Representatives for nearly 6 years now. I'd like to thank Dr. Lovell and everyone at Adams State University who helped organize this virtual commencement and for providing me the opportunity to speak with you all today. I really wish it was possible to be standing before you in Plackey Hall today, but I'm glad we found a way to come together safely. You may not know it, but we're actually back at the Capitol to finish the session that was halted because of COVID-19 just like the rest of the world. What a time we are living in. Graduates, thank you for choosing to be here. I know it's not ideal, but it's all about what you make of it, right? The reason we're here today is the real celebration. It's truly an honor to join you in celebrating this extraordinary accomplishment under extraordinary circumstances. I couldn't be prouder to see the work that you have done to get here, not just over the past several months, but over the past several years. Think about that for a moment. Let that sink in. How much have you sacrificed? How hard have you worked? And how much strength did you use to get you here today? Remember that. Acknowledging the persistence that helped you make it this far is the real lesson I'd like you to take away from Adams State. Sure, you now have a degree, or you will shortly, in a much-needed field. You have a brain packed with helpful information and knowledge to now share with the rest of the world and your community. But the persistence you've learned how to harness, maybe even without knowing it, it's what's going to get you through the rest of this world. There's no other graduating class in recent memory that transitioned into a more uncertain postgraduate life than yours. Let's be real. We're living in a global health pandemic, an economic crisis, and a soul-awakening moment in our country. In the coming weeks and months, many of you will be starting a new job, but you may end up having to work from home. Some of you may be going to graduate school, but you may not be able to go to a physical campus. Whatever you imagined your next steps to be like just months ago are vastly different today. It's no secret that we are in incredibly changing times. You probably have a lot of questions about what's going to come next, and I'm not going to pretend I have those answers for your questions. Just as nobody anticipated the unique set of circumstances that we face today, nobody can anticipate what tomorrow will bring. What I do know from my own life experience is that you will need to be more flexible, prudent, and resilient than any other graduating class that has come before you. You will really have to hone in on your skill of persistence. You will have the opportunity to show your prowess, your innovation, and leadership, not just now, but for decades to come. Our young voices have always been the drivers of change, and we need it now more than ever before. I never imagined I'd be asked to give a commencement speech. I never imagined I'd be an elected official. I never imagined I would serve as the chair of the Joint Budget Committee for the entire state of Colorado. I mean, I don't even like math. But my persistence has brought me where I am today. You see, I was born and raised in Pueblo, and I've always been a fierce advocate of Southern Colorado. I learned to fight, to advocate on behalf of all of our communities in this part of the state, because as you all know, we sometimes get forgotten. I worked with my community to hold elected officials accountable, to be sure that those who we choose to represent us actually do. When this seat became open in 2014, I was hoping to find someone that would advocate for this part of the state. The more conversations I had with my community, the more the fingers were pointing right back at me. I thought people were joking. Friends, here's a life lesson for you. When someone tells you they believe in you, trust them. Take that in and learn to believe in yourself. You see, I didn't have a political background. I graduated from CSU Pueblo. Yes, I even went to school in my hometown with a degree in mass communications. I was going to be a journalist. I wanted to be sure the truth was told. After all, that's what a journalist's job is. And in fact, out of college, I became a television news producer for a local channel. I love my job. I accomplished my dreams. I accomplished my goal. It was during that time when I started to realize that I couldn't figure out why I wasn't happy. I was a successful woman with a new career, but I was also a successful woman living in the closet. It was around that time I started to come out to certain friends and family, and rumors started swirling around the television station. Just about that time, the first time gay marriage was approved in California, I chose to run that story. If you're for gay marriage or against gay marriage, it was news. And if you know any journalist, whenever you make a decision about your news judgment, you stand by it. After that segment aired, I was called into my news director's office and quizzed as to why I made that decision. I explained to her how I thought this was newsworthy and it was something that people would want to know about. She insisted that my news judgment had been clouded because she had heard rumors. It was at that time I decided I needed to make a change, not only for myself, but for my community. My persistence pushed me to do something I never thought I would do, leave a career I had been looking forward to being a part of for years. I started working again at CSU Pueblo, actually, as an academic advisor in helping students with their local clubs. Getting involved with those young voices inspired me even more to do more for my community. They pushed me to open up, be who I truly was, and use my persistence to move forward in life. I was so involved in my community that it was noticed by a local nonprofit organization who then asked me to come on and be a community organizer with them. I had no idea what a community organizer was. I mean, you should look at my closet. It's not very organized. But when I started hearing what they wanted me to do, talk to my community, bring my community in, advocate on behalf of my community on issues of racial justice, economic justice, LGBT justice, and how to hold our elected officials accountable, I thought, wow, this is my dream job. I will tell the truth here. My persistence pushed me through. I loved that job wholeheartedly. In fact, it was during that time I had heard that there was a program that teaches women to run for office. I joined the program, not because I was ever going to run for office, but because I can take that knowledge and bring it back to my community and push women to run for office. Well, that was right around the time I was asked to run. Me? I didn't study political science. I actually don't enjoy politics that much. And oh yeah, I'm gay. No one was going to elect me, not from Pueblo. But then I decided to do something. The persistence that I've learned to harness over the years in my life pushed me to do it. I ran, and I won. Here I am today, making real policy changes that improve the lives of people across the state, and standing up for a part of the state that we all know gets forgotten. I'm at the table with the voice of Southern Colorado when important decisions are being made every day. I'm in charge of a $33 billion budget to keep this state moving in the middle of a crisis. Persistence is what brought me here. The world you're graduating into today may be intimidating, and all of you will be facing an unprecedented set of challenges ahead of you. However, each of you will find your own way to adapt and overcome the hurdles you're facing now and in the years ahead. Courageous, innovative, and resilient people have always emerged from uncertain times, and I have no doubt that this graduating class will be a special one. Congratulations, Adams State Class of 2020. I know it's not ideal, but your persistence will get you through today and continue on for the rest of your lives. Congratulations, and please find time to celebrate today. I appreciate being here today and can't wait to see what changes you all bring to the world.
Thank you, Representative Esgar, for inspiring our students during this unprecedented time and for sharing your words of advice in moving forward. Clearly, persistence made a difference in your life. For all here who are here today, for all of you in today's graduating class, this is a very special day. We're extremely proud of you and all that you represent as the class of 2020. We are confident with the foundation and excellence you received here, you will continue to excel and enhance Adams State's mission in this community and well beyond. Adams State's faculty and staff demonstrate their commitment to students and dedication to their profession beyond unusual expectations this semester. I can't thank you enough for helping to keep the university moving forward. A very special thank you to the facility staff, and in particular, our custodial staff, who continue to clean and disinfect the campus. Adams State attracts and retains students who can rise above challenging circumstances and keep their dreams and goals always in sight. Among those graduating today are students who worked throughout their academic career, including serving in vital positions on campus, who raised a family, who served or have served in the military, and many who set an example for their immediate and extended family members by being the first in their family to earn a college degree. You are a magnificent group of students, and soon graduates. We also thank those individuals, organizations, and corporations invested in your education who continue to support the university. Many of Adams State's most generous supporters are our alumni, and today you will join them. We proudly celebrate all you and the Adams State graduates who have come before you, have done and will do. Finally, to the family members and friends of our graduating class, your support, encouragement, and sacrifice will always be remembered and appreciated. You made it possible for these students to obtain their academic goal. We thank you. Dr. Buchanan, will you please join me at the podium?
Will the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates please give me your attention? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty of Adams State University, and pursuant to completion of all requirements for the Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, as prescribed by the faculty of Adams State University, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees for Adams State University, and upon completion of all requirements prescribed, I do confer upon you the degree of Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Adams State automatically awards associate degrees to students on their way to earning a bachelor's degree. Dr. Centeno will now read the names of candidates who are seeking and completed their associates and all those earning their bachelor's degrees. As each name is read, a slide with name, degree, and hometown will appear on camera. Students graduating with honors will have that recognition on their slide. Graduates, as your name is read, we would love it if you express your pride on your own social media with the hashtag AdamsStateGrad2020.
Associate of Arts and Associate of Science. Olivia A. Benavides. Benjamin Bruce Cannon. Megan Cody. Vanessa Davis. Eric Curtis Lund. Amanda Lynn Martinez. Michael Taylor Mix. Haley J. Morgan. Alicia Dawn Mortensen. Taylor Renee Motz. William Perez. Alyssa Romero. Cole Sanders. Alexia Vanessa Trujillo. Stephanie Tuttle. Deandra Villalpando. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts, Art and Theater. Susan Lynn Andrews. Courtney Ann Behill. Brandon James Billings. Madeline Bush. John Curtis. Zachary Kimoto. Irma Lucero. Michael Rodriguez. Travis Romero. Angelica Marie Cochran Tabbitt. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Biology and Geosciences. Cale Dane Adams. Diane Yvette Arias. Cameron Brosh. Kaylee Brianna Cohen. Brett Fuller. Elizabeth Haney. Emily Logan. Pablo Maldonado, Jr. Jonathan Needham. Garrett Quintana. Jade Stemler. Terrell Trudgian. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, Business. Andrés Levy Arredondo. Drew Tanner Barron. Daniel Besseril II. Kaylee Bogina. Keaton Campbell. Christopher Brian Cisneros. Paul Clark. Diego Diaz. Paul Dickman. Marcelo Castro Diego. Jeremy Ray Eddington. Pablo Priesca Fernandez. James Grayson Freeman. Randy R. Gomez. Joseph D. Garcia. Madison Gercho. Jacoby Deontay Gillette. Ruben Gorola. Jessica A. Heredia. Kwang Min Jin. Agustín Larrañaga. Bailey Lawson. Logan Longo. Josie Lopez. Matthew Macaris. Alyssa Julie Martinez. Brittany McKibben. Megan McKibben. Samantha Medina. Connie B. Miller. Brooke Mitchell. Nisa Mora. Jennifer Moats. J.C. Neighbors. Brett Payton. Daniel Leland Perkins. Fabián Nadiel Quesada. Frank Michael Quiroz. David Hamilton Ray. Thomas N. Reed III. Lelaine Regal. Janae Alexis Alicia Rivera. Chandler Franklin O'Hara Rivers. Sarah Sabah. Monique Salazar. Sean Skidmore. Nicholas Selfridge. Kyle Sherman. Donovan Simon. Dylan Snyder. Sawyer Soden. Austin Taylor. Bradley Tijerina. Cody Trujillo. Jennifer Trusty. Shaman Valchuk. Connor Watts. Alexis Michele Wellang. Stephanie Wolf. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, Computer Science, and Mathematics. Rebecca Blitzstein. Casey Carnegie. Cody Craig. Alondra Monique Diaz Maldonado. Ariana Elwin. Nico Nintz. Samuel Rainier. Dennis Shvarov. Bachelor of Arts, English, Communication, and Media Studies. Ryan Hunter Barron. Cade Duncan. Hector Ramos Garcia. Devon Christian Hogan. Christian Maloff. Matthew Martinez. Jackson Roberts. Deidre Romero. Corey Zeiger. Bachelor of Arts, History, Anthropology, Philosophy, Political Science, and Spanish. Montana Bell. Catherine Louise Black. Kellyanne Hosner Crowley. Mariah McDermott. Hubert Price. Israel Varela. Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Gerardo Alejandro Alvarado. Brandon Bernal. Sean Simon Boylan. Johnny Lee Chavez. Jasmine Alexis Kateri Chosa. Melissa Ponce de Leon. Brooke Ashley Edwards. Thomas Alfonso Gilmartin. Dylan Joseph Lindberg. Alexandria Lafayette. Travis Massey. Brian Mott. Sidani Ponundure. Isaiah Ralph Romero. Tori Jean D. Saffold. Peyton Shahan. Bo Wesley Smith. Anthony Watson. Robert Paul Williams IV. Jessica Diana Worker. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Kinesiology. Zakia Beckles. Anne Brewer. Lucas Buffmack. Nicholas Bundy. Kyle Robert Corder. Brianna Corona. Grecia Diaz. Madeline Doris. Ailish Flanagan. Roisin C. Flanagan. Haley Galvan. Presley Garcia. Jonathan Garcia Dominguez. Shelby Ann Haskins. Tyler Hayes. Marshall Hollins. Danielle Jimenez. Gabriel Kane. Isaac Lopez. Angel Michioli. Ruben Molina III. Paige Marie Morales. Ricky Norris. Angelo Dante Ortiz. Colin Osterhout. Jasmine Alexis Parker. Ian Parks. Madison Celeste Rincon. Heather Rosetta. Abigail Sanchez. Abdifatah Shongolo. Jonathan Escamilla Soto. Amber Starr. Ruen Torres. Tucker Van Ormer. Hannah Vigil. Robert Andrew Vigil. Onika Watson. Bachelor of Arts, Music. Delaney Armstrong. Caleb R. Clark. Elizabeth Haney. Miriam Ann Lipke. Brandy Quinn. Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Lynn Allen. Alexandra Lexi Castillo. Katie Capra. Liliana Chavez. Taylor DeSanti. Emily Garcia. Jocelyn Gilliland. Savannah Molina. Mason Montano. Alyssa Northam. Chasta Renee Rogers. Emma Ulmala. Haley Velasquez. Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Kelsey Antcliffe. Austin James Deberard. Darian William Gurule. Molly Kathleen Heaney. Gwyneth Sunshine Howdyshell. Victoria Jaramillo. Joshua Joseph. Brenna Oakey. Katie Plum. Jeremy Puente. Alisa Tovar. Hannah Virtus. Rebecca Jo Wood. Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Joshua Bembry. Jason Chacon. Todd Coburn. Andrew Fremo. Yasmin Lopez Lopez. Juanita Montoya. Mercedes Salazar. Alejandro Tovar. Bachelor of Arts in Teacher Education. Hannah Goddard. Kaylin Kelleher. Jessica Morley. Alexis Lenore Stalser. Kaylee Ubel.
For all you graduates wearing your cap and gown, and for those dressed more casually, please join in the sentiment. To signify your new academic status, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts graduates may now switch your cap tassels from the right to the left. We may not see you, but I hope you know our pride in your accomplishments is not diminished by the manner of delivery.
Hey, Adams State. This is Dalton Risner with the Denver Broncos, left guard number 66. I just wanted to tell you guys all congratulations on your graduation. You guys have showed such strength. You guys have showed such responsibility and dignity in finishing up your degrees during these tough circumstances and what's going on in the world today. So I just want to send you guys a quick message from me and the Denver Broncos telling you guys congratulations and how proud of you we are. Go Broncos.
What's up, Adams State? Courtland Sutton here from the Denver Broncos. I just want to congratulate y'all on finishing y'all's degree, being able to graduate, especially with everything that's going on in the world. Congratulations. Good luck in everything that's going on moving forward, and much love. God bless.
Thanks, Dalton and Courtland, for that wonderful shout out. Today, we have also gathered to celebrate graduates who devoted years in pursuit of an advanced degree. We're so incredibly proud of you and so thankful you chose Adams State. As you may know, in 1945, Adams State awarded its first graduate degree to Francis Chisholm Stong, Within the teaching profession, Mrs. Stong influenced generations of students, including her own children and grandchildren, many of whom followed in her footsteps. Today, those earning a post-baccalaureate degree will rise to the next level as teachers, counselors, historians, musicians, principals, business leaders, and scientists, and will continue to influence generations of lives as their positive impact ripples out to the far reaches of the world. I believe Jasmine and John Camponeschi are fine examples of this type of leadership. Today, Jasmine Camponeschi will earn her master's degree in higher education administration, a fitting degree for her current position at Adams State University as the director of the CAMP program. Jasmine is a strong advocate for all students and has served on several Adams State committees and shares her professional expertise and presentations on and off campus. John says his wife's role as a leader inspired him to earn his second master's degree. To strengthen his professional practice and personal knowledge, he currently teaches history in the Monte Vista School District and will seek roles in supporting educators and students through an increased advocacy towards equity. Please welcome Jasmine and John Camponeschi.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Lovell, for your kind words.
We want to thank Adams State University and the Graduate Studies Committee for allowing us the opportunity to speak at the 2020 Adams State University Spring Commencement Ceremony.
Thank you to the Adams State Administration for your leadership during this time of incredible challenges to our institution. Also, thank you for placing us 6 feet apart. We spent enough time together these past few months.
We thank all the exempt and classified staff for your dedicated work ensuring that our wonderful university endures. Thank you to the faculty who have guided us along the way. Thank you to our students who motivate and inspire us daily.
Mis estudiantes de camp, you are my greatest cheerleaders. Gracias a nuestros hijos, Lincoln y Milana, who have endured and benefited the most as both their parents attain their master's degrees and work full-time as educators. We love you.
Perhaps most importantly, we would like to acknowledge the Adams State University Class of 2020 and their amazing perseverance in completing their programs. I also want to give a thank you to my partner, Jasmine Camponeschi. I have been honored over the last 3 months to see her work in ways I never thought that I would. Her dedication and motivation inspires me professionally every day. Her ability to persevere in this crisis has also provided me with the courage and energy to move forward myself. Jasmine, you are an amazing educator, mother, wife, and counselor. Adams State University and the San Luis Valley is lucky to have you as part of our structure to support our migrant populations and their families.
Thank you, John, for your support. Before we continue, we need to say thank you to the ASL interpreters. Our daughter, who has Down syndrome and uses signing and gestures as primary means of communication, thanks you. Our deaf and hard of hearing community, thanks you. For those of you who don't know sign, we are going to teach you to real quick. Thank you, and applause. Now, can we all please communicate to our interpreters, thank you, and give them a round of applause. Gracias a todos. La primera cosa que quiero decir hoy a ustedes graduados y graduadas es felicidades, lo hicimos. Congratulations to each of you graduating today. We did it. When John and I were first asked a few months ago about being co-speakers for commencement, we had a much different speech in mind. we envisioned speaking to you all in Plackey Hall, going on about our partnership and how partnerships lead to success. I was ready to look out into that crowd and picture my camp students filling those seats one day, many who already have, and 7 who earn bachelor's degrees today. Felicidades, mijos. Felicidades a los padres que sacrifican tanto y les apoyan a sus hijos en lograr sus metas educativas. Algún día tendremos un intérprete que no sea su hijo. A lot has happened in these past few months. And writing a traditional speech for commencement, well, it just felt so small. So today, I will speak to you of the 2 pandemics our nation, nay, our world, is facing. Primera, the coronavirus. As the impacts of this virus evolved, the inequities and injustices in our education system became something our society could no longer turn a blind eye to. Students were expected to continue their education in sometimes unimaginable situations. Their ability, your ability, to persist is a tremendous success worthy of celebration and admiration. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to these successes, from nuestros queridos to our mental health workers to our faculty and staff. Amidst all the uncertainty caused by COVID-19, the world witnessed the murder of George Floyd as he cried out for his mother. I can't breathe. And now we have protests unlike anything our generation has ever experienced. They are both peaceful and violent, speaking out against the deeply rooted inequities and injustices endured by our Black and minority communities for centuries. This chasm of pain and anger is so wide and so deep. There are more names than we can count that we need to say aloud and not forget. My heart aches for our brothers and sisters of color who want to be heard, yet our systems refuse to let them speak, let them breathe. But we must remember it isn't all despair. From this damage can come healing and hope, but we all have to do the work. We must stop the systemic racism. We must stop caging children. We must support our native nations. We must break a system that permits corrupt authority to feel so safe in its skin that it can kill a Black man in broad daylight with a camera pointed at it. So I say to each of you, today, you have a privilege conferred upon you by virtue of the authority vested in President Lovell. You have a piece of paper that gives you power. Regardless of what that diploma may say, you have the opportunity to use that privilege and power to rise up, to stand up for equity, to stand up for justice, to demand the end of the systematic oppression and eradication of our people of color, to shout out, enough is enough. And then move over and let someone else's voice be heard, because no one is voiceless.
These words that I deliver today have evolved with the situations that we, as a world and a nation, have been faced with for a great many months now. My initial draft, once I first found out that my wife and I were selected to speak, had to do with the power of partnership and its incredible impact towards advocacy. While my wife and I both agreed that message is still important and relevant, urgency called the necessity of our messages in other directions. Here we are, scattered around the United States and the world, graduating together in spirit as much as the situation allows, and as the world around us spirals. None of us can deny that when we initiated our program, we did not see our degrees and honors being awarded in such a fashion or during such times. That said, such is history. So seldom can predictions be made in accuracy, especially at the fast pace of the modern world. As I thought out what to say in my short time with you, I struggled between the different roles that I play in life. Should I inspire, as a teacher so often does? Should I revisit history, as a historian might? Then, shots were fired at a protest in Alamosa 2 days ago, in the great city that hosts our soon-to-be alma mater, less than a mile from where I stand at this moment. Our great nation is built of many inequities and ills. This cannot be denied. From slavery to sexism, from inequity to an overt focus on advancement over advocacy, we were born into the situations that we are now forced to bear. It is altogether fitting and proper that the task of addressing the remnants of these horrible systems be left to our generation to address and hopefully positively advance for the sake of posterity. It has always been the nature of history to challenge generations to define themselves with their actions towards others. Our nation was born of protest, won and defined with war, and then empowered through expansion at the expense of a great many women, African Americans, Native Americans, immigrants. We here today were given opportunities in our lives leading to this moment that future generations of Americans might not have. It is our charge, given by the powers that rule over our universe, to provide as much of our dedication and knowledge that we have obtained through our educations, and in order to provide as much of that opportunity to future generations, and to redefine our nation by addressing the evils of its past in order to make it better for the future. It is our charge to fight sexism, racism, and all inequality as we strive to create our new normals. It is our charge to do all that we can to use our power and skill, our knowledge and education, to fight for others who cannot realize those three great truths of the American dream: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This dedication and energy towards equity should become the new normal. The hard conversations that we will have should lead to results and actions, not dismissals, violence, or destruction. We must appeal in these times to the better angels of our nature. As we move forward from this moment, we must understand that history will judge us based on our actions in the now. Be present in the now. Fight for equity in the now. Do all that you can now. Henceforth, I ask that you remember these words and to understand them fully. The future of Adams State University, the San Luis Valley, the state of Colorado, the United States, and our world rests in the cradle of the present, which is in turn held in our arms. Be present, be well, and strive to define a new normal, both for yourselves and the worlds in which you live.
Buena suerte, good luck.
And congratulations to us all.
Wow. Thanks for those words of inspiration that are needed to be heard at this time. Will the doctoral degree candidates please give me your attention? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty of Adams State University and pursuant to completion of all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy in Counselor Education and Leadership, as prescribed by the faculty and graduate council of Adams State University, I recommend that the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Counselor Education be conferred.
By the authority vested in me, by the Board of Trustees of Adams State University, and upon completion of all requirements prescribed, I do confer upon you the Doctorate of Philosophy with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Will the master's degree candidates please give me your attention? Madam President, on behalf of the faculty of Adams State University and pursuant to completion of all requirements for the master's degree as prescribed by the faculty and Graduate Council of Adams State University, I recommend that the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration be conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Adams State University, and upon completion of all requirements prescribed, I do confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Dr. Mark Manzanares will now read the names of the candidates for doctorate and master's degrees. As each name is read, a slide with the graduate's name, degree, and hometown will appear on the camera. Please feel free to react on your social media platforms as the ceremony progresses and use the hashtag AdamsStateGrad2020.
The following are Doctor of Philosophy, Counselor Education, and Supervision. Christina B. Harrell, Ph.D., Counselor Education and Supervision. Lori C. Kacharski, Ph.D., Counselor Education and Supervision. Adriana Ortiz Deret, Ph.D., Counselor Education and Supervision. Madeline Noel Stevens, Ph.D., Counselor Education and Supervision. The following are Master of Arts in Counselor Education. Shanae Adams. Kayleen Archuleta. Fabian R. Armenta. Melissa Arnold. Leah Aranides. Elizabeth Autry Moore. Michaela Martina Aviles. Catherine Baltove. Damon Bass. Casey Bauer. Rebecca Beth Barrett. Shannon Marie Bailey. Serenity June Bell. April Benny. S. Baker Bent. Ellicent Bettel. Kayla D. Bettis. Cami Betcher. Haley G. Blunt. Melissa Bongirno. Jordan Alice Boyce. Kaylee Ann Brandt. Sarah Breeze. Amelia Birko. Evelyn Brow. Jordan Brown. Arlene Radicius Brugel. Stephanie Burrell. Rebecca Bundick. Jennifer L. Burbank. Adam M. Burrell, Erica A. Caratano Vigas, Leanne Marie Catalano, Chastity Mariah Chacon, Megan Cheney, Tracy Lynn Chaney, Megan Clark, Stephen R. Clayton, Shelley Clifton, Kate Clough, Katie Jo Cortez, Rosa Cooperson, Susanna May Cyrus, Natalie Davison, Kendall Donnell Davis, Ariana De Andrado, Lisa De Cristino, Andren John Dennis, Arden, Sabra M. Dixon, Thomas B. Doggett, Jennifer Donato, Alyssa Joan Dreyer, Francis L. Edwards, Jody Lynn Edwards, Ryan Esfar, Elena Christine Elder, Erin Nicole Frayling, Susan Farmer, Meredith Fitzsimmons, Caitlin Frank, Nancy M. Frazee, Rihanna M. French, Taylor Friedrichs, Janet Fullwider, Clarissa Suzanne Gallegos, Angelica M. Garcia, Stacy Garza, Austin Ward Withers Gibney, Brian Sarah Goldberg, Robin Lynn Gonzalez, Kelsey Goss, Laura K. Graff Simmons, Danielle Graves, Samantha Green, Ryan Greenwood, Kylie Michelle Grover, Christina Gutierrez, Jessica Haji, Rebecca Harnish, Andrew P. Harris, Matthew Harris, Carolyn Hope Harrison, Elizabeth Harrison, Allison Nicole Hariff, Michelle Haslam, Taylor Hayes, Gina L. Heb, Melissa Hedquist, Erica Hendricks, Neo Henry, Crystal L. Holand, Alexandra Holub, Christina Gondek Houlihan, Mark Huber, Alicia Marie Irigoyen, Candace Jenkins, Amanda Lee Resto Joa, Lindsay Marie O'Rourke Jones, Susie Jordan, Jonte Dogsma, Joanna Karasik, Alexander Andreas, Casey K. Knight, Alfred Jonathan, Abigail Coons, Stephanie Kremer, Kelly Krusenberger, Scott A. Laird, Mary Lambert, Rachel E. Lawley, Amber Lay, Jonah Leach, Elizabeth Lee, Kelsey J. Lee, Elizabeth Mary Lindsay, Katrina Long, Kelly Michelle Lord, Christina Marie Loof, Jamie Marchetti, Rosalba Martinez, Ashley McCarthy, Marie Adriana McHugh, Andrew Marco Medina, Morgan Nicole Melton, Jennifer Merkley, Alicia Millard, Felicia M. Milliken, Peyton Mills, Jennifer J. Monks, Taylor Christine Moore, Anna Kate Needham, Camille A. Ness, Julia Fitzgerald Ness, Rosaba Ochoa, Aislinn Hayes O'Connor, Patricia O'Rourke, Nathan Odin, Candace Marie Oakland, Evgenie L. Olson, Jessica Orjaster, Caitlin O'Sullivan, Laura Owsley, Nathan Pacheco, Kayla Page, Kylie E. Parks, Rebecca Dano Perry, Courtney Pham, Michael A. Pinto, Andrew Pond, Matthew Drew Poynor, Brittany Provost, Diana K. Provost, Xenia Elizabeth Quintana, Dylan Red, Tina Reiter, Greta Reitinger, Pamela Richardson, Maggie Marie Riley, Cami Christine Alarita Roach, Francesca Robinson, Rachel K. Rockel, Alexander Ryan Joseph Rodriguez, David Rothman, Lady Paloa DeQ Ruiz, Candace Rutledge, Juanita Sawyer, Caitlin Scheidlicher, Jennifer Nicole Scott, Jose G. Serrano, Stephanie Ray Shawcroft, Elizabeth Ann Schaefer, Caitlin L. Shirley, Kimberly A. Sills, Heather Marie Smith, Kimberly Dawn Snyder, Jose Soto Marquez, Caleb Spees, Alyssa Stevens, Jason L. Stevens, Ashley Stewart, Stacy Strong, Sable Sutton, Steve Swan, Amanda Talick, Allison Thordelson, Bianca C. Thomas, Maurice Emmanuel Thomas, Chelsea Thompson, Vanessa Traylor, Jessica Trujillo, Karina Istanova, Ginger Ann Walker, Colleen Marie Watson, Katie Weaver, Heather Marie Weissenland, Janelle Diane Whitfield, Jeanette Wilcox, Krista K. Wilson, Kimberly A. Warjak, Laura Rose Yoder, Adriana D. Zuniga, the following are Master of Arts in Higher Education, Administration, and Leadership. Jasmine Janae Camponeschi, Aaliyah Cardona, Alfonso Casillas, Brenda Bernice Figueroa, Sabrina Otero, Isaiah D. Pierce, Christina Cisneros, Alfonso Dominic Velasquez II. Master of Arts and Humanities, Daniel R. Della Rosa, Amy Gabrielle Eli, Christian Evett, Bridget L. Hart, Brandy Lynn Hurt, Lori K. Jenkins. Lisa J. Kelly. Sarah Kieran. Ashley A. Maestas. Kimberly Ann Morell. Brianne Rael. David Matthew Reed. Robin K. Rice. Tasha Lee Salisbury. Jacqueline Wendy Sutton. Rachel Summers. Crystal Ann Tafuro. Evan Weatherby. Master of Arts, Music Education. Lori Brower. Deanna Renee Davison. Daniel Wade Kenneally. Quan Leonard Mitchell. Alexander Timothy Moore. Kayleen Pareto. Timothy S. Rosenberger. Rachel Rebecca Trujillo Myers. Stephanie Wright. Master of Arts, Teacher Education. Lindsay J. Anderjaska. Jennifer Bales. Brian Barbera. Susan J. Baroni. Abraham Bayrakatar. Endel Benini. Marianne Grace Bitterly. Amanda Brayton. Melinda N. Campbell. John Camponeschi. Christina Carney. Virginia Scott Cody. Jennifer Lee Cruzen. Caitlin Davidson. Katrina L. DeCoster. Jeremy Ryan Drager. Yuri Dombrinsky. Scott Durkee. Jenny Raydon Eads. Nicole M. Estacio. Emily Ficus. Simone Garvin. Daniel Fitzsimmons. Roxana Fuentes. Elizabeth V. Gorton. Kyle Garcia. Cassandra M. Gutierrez. Jeffrey A. Hagman. Josiah Jeffers. Carla D. Jones. Madison Jones. Ashley Kruger. Patricia Lacaze. Erica McIntosh. Samuel W. Mathis. Megan E. McBride. Thomas McChristian. Amber Miller. Anna Marie Miner, Madison Mullen, Heather L. Niebuhr, Catherine K. Offerman, Bradley Peel, Brooke Ann Pachali, Caitlin Phelps, Michael Janot Phillip, Lindsay M. Piscata, Scott Schweitzer, Ashley Seagraves, Fatima S. Shika, Shea Sininsky, Nabin Timlinska, Sina, Nicole Treese, Rachel Lee Van Hoos, Amanda M. Wayne, Joel Bradford Walsh, Karen L. Warren Brown, Sarah Woodward, Beth Worthy, Suzanne Ray, Mary Jane Yamato, the following are Masters of Business Administration: Anthony J. August, Tariq Al Kanundri, David Chesser, Renee Amarlia Denny, Mallory M. Grisrud, Mark Andre James, Michael L. Johnson, Benjamin Keloff, Travis Cole Mayer, Madison Joe Marshal, Dorian Owens, Zachariah Peterson, Alfred Isaac Nathan Petrus, Sarah Pike, Martin Ramirez, Carrie Reichard, Adrian Jared Riley, William Sanderson, Anthony Satriano, Christian Lee Schwam, Andrew M. Tariq, Laura Lee Turner, Angela Urinkake, Blair M. Wade, Rachel M. Werner, Travis Daniel Wesley, Sherry R. Wilcoxon, Joshua M. Woodward, Eric Vega, Megan Sato. The following are Master of Science Kinesiology: Schulier Adkins, Joshua Barnard, Kiana Marie Dariush Bonnet, Shelby Ann Box, Jess R. Brown, Tiffany Christensen, Alexis Kyra Caldwell, M. Suzu Cornella, excuse me. Osman Carroll. Michael Ellis. Sloan Marie Foster. Dennis Green. Andrew Johnson. Jack Marvin Page III. Neil Pales. Tuli Lanulu. Ellison Nelson. Mason Elizabeth Rice. Rachel Ringler. Allison Lene Schreiner. Melanie Marie Shawcroft. Bryce Steckler. Ryan Young. To all the friends and families, my apologies for any mispronunciations.
Will you please join me one more time in celebrating these graduates? And let's light up our social media platforms. We thank you so much for participating with us today, and we hope you will come back to campus and join us for either Fall 2020 commencement ceremony or the Adams State Spring 2021 commencement ceremony when Adams State University turns 100 years old. Dr. Matthew Valverde, tenor and associate professor of music, will now lead us in the singing of our alma mater. The words are printed inside the front cover of your program.
O Adams State, we sing our praise to thee. Our voices raise in fervent loyalty. Thy sons and daughters heed thy call to praise thy name to all. From the crested peaks and the Rio Grande, thy fame shall spread o'er all the land. O Adams State, faithful will be. O Adams State, we pledge our all.